My stepfather said I'd never amount to anything without the family money, so I bought the family business and fired him. I was 16 when Richard married my mom and moved us into his mansion. He owned Hartwell Construction, the biggest contractor in 3 counties. At dinner, he'd sit back with his whiskey and talk about legacy. "This business stays in the family," he'd say, pointing at his son, Kevin. "Real family." My dad died when I was 8. The message was clear. I didn't count. When I graduated high school with a 4.2 GPA, Richard offered me a job. Warehouse, minimum wage, 5 a.m. loading trucks. Meanwhile, Kevin, who barely passed community college, got a corner office. When I asked about advancement, Richard laughed. "Without our name, you're nothing. No money, no future." That night, I made a decision that would shape the next 12 years. I enlisted in the Army Corps of Engineers, learned construction the hard way, built bridges in war zones, while Kevin partied on Daddy's dime. I used the GI Bill, earned a civil engineering degree summa cum laude, and took a graveyard job at Morrison & Associates, Hartwell's biggest competitor. Richard laughed when he heard, "Playing in the dirt won't make you family, boy." By 25, I ran major projects. By 30, I was a partner, specializing in fixing Hartwell's mistakes. Then, Richard had a massive heart attack. Kevin took over and destroyed everything. Lawsuits, OSHA violations, a harassment scandal. Their biggest investor pulled out. The bank called in the loans. Hartwell Construction was bleeding out. That's when I made my move. I'd spent years building relationships with their clients. When I offered to buy the company for 60 cents on the dollar, the board didn't hesitate. Yesterday, the deal closed. Today was my first day as CEO. I walked into the building at 8 a.m., past the lobby wall of family photos, still no picture of me. Richard's assistant looked nervous. "He's in his office, but he's not expecting anyone." "Oh, he's expecting me," I said. "He just doesn't know it yet." I walked in without knocking. Richard sat behind the same desk where he'd signed my minimum wage paperwork 16 years ago. He looked up and snapped, "What the hell are you doing here?" I smiled and set the ownership papers on his desk. I couldn't fit what happened next in this video. Watch part 2 below.